I'm gonna get the bricks out of these buckets here. The seed's going down today. I've been changing this water out every 12 hours for 5 days. So this is pre-germination of the grass seed. Hopefully it worked. I'm hoping that it's gonna cut off, you know, 10 days of germination time. So let's get all the stuff out that I want to add to the lawn. We're gonna put down some tenacity. I'm gonna put down humic RGS. I'm gonna put down hydrotane, so a wetting agent. I'm gonna put down granular humic. That's how I'm gonna spread the seed because it's all wet and sticky. I store the hydrotane and the humic over here in a secret spot that none of you guys should be aware of. I love that John Perry. I love that John Perry. He gave me this stuff. So I've got humic 12 and I've got RGS. I'm gonna put this stuff down. And then I got some hydrotane over here too. I just cannot have you guys spilling the secret on where I store this stuff. I'm a believer in humic acid. I think it's awesome. I haven't been putting a lot of it down recently because I don't know. I guess I haven't had time or I've been lazy or something like that. I don't know. Oh, so I was thinking it was gonna be super full, so I was gonna put it in there. Yeah, it's sludgy on the bottom. Super black, super black. So I'm gonna do 30 ounces of this stuff. About right there. I'm gonna do 2 applications, so I'm gonna split it in 2 and do 2 applications so I can know I've got an even coverage. 6 ounces or 3 ounces over 1,000 square feet twice, so that'll give me 6 ounces. And I'm doing the humic 12 and the RGS. I think it'll be okay. So then I'm just gonna put this in here like that. So this is my humic 12 and my RGS. The hydrotane's next here. 9 times 4 is 36. So I'm doing 40 right there, 40 ounces. Put that in the mix. All right, so I'm doing tenacity as well. So I'm doing 6 ounces per acre. And I know it's a little high, but that's what I'm gonna do. And you guys can yell and scream all you want. But I got my gloves on, so you guys ought to be happy about that. Just had a looky-loo drive by. Right there. So you buy this tenacity and then it comes with this little syringe. I don't know. This is just weird. I don't love this stuff, but it's fantastic for seeding. That goes in. That's freaking weird stuff, man. Look at that! Look at that! She's got a freaking ice cream truck. She turned her van into an ice cream truck. That's ridiculous. No ice cream. No ice cream allowed. I'm putting the water in the bucket first and then pouring it in because if you just spray it in, it just creates so much suds and bubbles. So that's gonna go right there like that. Let's put my battery in and turn this sucker on. Ooh, it's in backwards. Holy crap, that's so flipping heavy. If you guys haven't seen my sprayer video, I'm telling you, gotta go watch it. This thing is awesome. I love this sprayer. It is the most fantastic sprayer I've ever personally used. That doesn't really hold a lot of weight, but let's get this sucker agitating. If you flip off that valve, turn the switch on right here. Let's get this sucker agitating. I'll mix up the whole brew. So now let's go put this down. Okay, so doing what, 8,000 feet. I'm gonna do this twice. So make sure I got even coverage. One direction, one the other. Let's get the seed down today. I'm gonna go around the front first. Just did this section. It's kind of nice because I can see where I sprayed because everything's dry. And I know that, like, I mean, look at this. So you spray it and then it rolls. So like these spots aren't getting tenacity. That isn't good, because it's just sticking to the tires. So I barely had enough to finish that. So I gotta do it again. Don't be jealous of my parts washer over there, folks. He's like, oh, he's got the best part washer. Well, duh. Going heavy. It's always a trick getting it in there, and they're saying, well, why don't you just mix it right in your sprayer? Yeah, I could do that. Just choosing the bucket route. Is that okay or not okay? No, it's not okay. Don't use a bucket. Ooh, that's some sludgy. Whoa, that's sludgy. Ooh, look at that. That's for sure gonna clog. So I'm gonna do the same thing there, go out and spray it evenly, and then we'll start working on the seed. So here's my wet seed right here, my pre-germinated seed. And because it's wet, it's all sticky. And I need some way to spread it. So I'm gonna use a carrier to do that. So I'm gonna use this granular humic acid. The idea is I need to put it in something dry so I can spread it. So I have this Bountiful Earth Humate. This is the humic acid that I sell on my website. This is good stuff. It's a granular humic acid. And then put the grass seed in there as well. And then try to tumble it and evenly mix it. And then I do have a bag of Milorganite, like a 35-pound bag of Milorganite that I'm going to use as well. See if I can get this zip tie off of here. Oh. Put the seed in there like that. I noticed I was developing a hole in one of these paint strainers, so I double bagged it. So this is gonna go in here like that. I don't know if this is gonna go over well or not. This is a risky business doing this. I've never pre-germinated grass seed before. But everybody that's done it, they swear by it. They say, oh, you gotta try it, it works awesome. So I'm gonna try to roll this like this. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Getting grass seed. Put another bag in here. That. I was gonna use a concrete mixer for this. So I could just tumble it. I'm gonna do it back and forth. That's 100 pounds. Oh crap, that's really heavy. So I just gotta somehow figure out how to evenly distribute the seed among the humic. I don't know. It's very heavy. So it's working pretty good. It's just really heavy. See that? I can't believe that's only 2 bags of humic. Seems like a lot more than that. I'm just gonna keep mixing it in there. I'm gonna put all of the seed in here. All 4 bags. I bought 200 pounds of this stuff. As I stir it around, I can see little clumps of seed here and there. So this is quite the process getting this stuff distributed. Well, I guess that's good enough. So I'm using this stuff too. This isn't my favorite fertilizer. I actually do not like this stuff. It's okay, but I just find it's really expensive and it doesn't work that great for me. This is what I'm going with. Here's my 28 pounds of seed. I threw in like one more of these. This is about 1.5 pounds. So it's about 29, 30 pounds over 8,000 square feet. You want to do about 3 pounds per 1,000. I have 8,000 feet, so I should have about 24. But decided to go just a little bit heavy, so I'm doing about 3¼ pounds of seed or so per every 1,000 square feet. So there it is mixed up. I've got my spreaders here. I'm gonna use the drop spreader first. I'm gonna go around the edges to get it nice and tight. I don't want seed in my beds, and then I just want to make sure that all that humic and milorganite and seed is evenly distributed over this section. I'm going to go over it several times in opposite directions, so I know I have it even. My camera battery was running out, so I was using the drop spreader right there to do the edges and around the flower bed, because I'm trying not to get any seed in the flower beds. I don't want that. And now I'm going to use this spreader here to spread the seed. I just want to get this evenly distributed. I want to spread it nice and slow, evenly. I'm trying to avoid spreading the seed on the concrete here, or the asphalt. I don't want to get it in my flower beds. Nice and easy and slow is the name of the game. So I cranked up the output pretty high because I've got a lot of material to spread, and it was going really slow, so I pretty much doubled my output. I probably have, what, 3 more of these spreaders to spread. This is super stressful to me. Why? Because now I have to keep the seed moist. I have to keep it wet. You have to keep watering it every day. You have to babysit it. I'm gonna be gone, out of town. Oh, it's just so stressful. It's sowing into sand. That's not always the best thing to do. It's hard to grow grass in sand. If you've ever tried it, it's not easy to do because the sand moves around. So I'm wondering if I should rickroll this or not. I don't know if I should rickroll it or not. I'm afraid if I roll it, the seed will move all around. Just lightly running over it with this rake. I decided against using Rick the roller. I don't know. I think this is just as good. Just running the rake along the sand so I can get seed to soil contact. See that? Try to get like maybe 1/8 of an inch of sand on top of the seed. I'm tired. So I still have to put my chop dressing on there and starter fertilizer. So I still have the starter fertilizer to put down, and then the mulch pellets. That's called Cover Grow Seed Aid Cover Grow. Just like these cellulose style pellets. But the next thing is starter fert. This is 1616, just a balanced fertilizer. And I'm gonna put in about half a bag. Probably about that much. It's a 50-pound bag. So I don't know, I'm not sure exactly how much to put down. I actually don't know the rate, so I'm gonna put down that much right there. So pretty well got the fertilizer spread. I just need to go get the mulch pellets out of the shed. And then cover grow and then water it. So somebody recommended this to me by the initials RK. So this stuff is made by Seed Aid. It's called Cover Grow. It's like those cellulose pellets, like a mulch paper that you see the hydro seeders use. So this stuff is made to go in a hydro seed. So it says here, spread or spray mulching granules. So this stuff holds moisture and holds the seed in place. So this will take the place of like the peat moss. This holds moisture and it'll hold the seed in place. Bought this at Ewing Irrigation. It's not cheap. It's like 49 bucks or 50 bucks a bag, but considering I am sowing into sand, I want to give it the best chance possible, and I just don't want to risk it. So, and this spreader, this Eco Lawn spreader, holy crap, this thing's amazing. So check this freaking thing out. It's so awesome. Like, look at all this cover grow that I've spread already. See all the green? It's these little mulch pellets. And I'm supposed to put down like 10 bags per the instructions. I bought 15 just to be sure and safe, but let's put that down. See the green tint? This stuff will expand and hold the seed in place. I'm gonna put some peat moss in there. I want to save 3 bags just in case. Bought the peat moss just in case. Okay, let's try this. I don't know if this is gonna work. I have no idea. I've never used this thing to spread peat moss. All right, folks, so it's been about 39 days since I put the seed down. 5.5 weeks. I think I put it down on the 20th of July. The night that I was filming and putting down the seed, it got dark and my camera battery ran out. So the next step that I did is I put compost down. I think I have some video that I can overlay here. After I raked the seed, I put compost down. I used the top dresser and then evenly spread the seed out. So I also used those cellulose pellets, and you can kind of see them here. So those pellets are pretty good, but I don't know that I would recommend using those unless you're gonna hydro seed. If you can pre-mix them, put them into a sprayer and get them pre-dissolved, then I'd say go for it. But for me, spreading them as pellets, they didn't spread out, and they didn't work quite like I had hoped. So I would say just use the peat moss. I did have some washout with rain. Anywhere you've got pooling, you're gonna have washout and your seed's gonna disappear. So all the places where I don't have grass, like right there and over here and over there, either had heavy rains or pooling with the sprinklers. This was really bad right here. I reseeded this about 10 days or so ago, and it rained about 1.5 inches or 2 inches in about 30 minutes, and all my seed just disappeared, which sucked. Same for there. So I have some video of me putting some peat moss down and reseeding this area. So how soon do you want to mow this sucker? I don't know, as soon as you want. I put my Greensmaster mower on here right away. I didn't even bother going with light rotary mower or anything. I just took the Real Master right on there, or the Greensmaster. So just start mowing it right away at 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch or whatever your desired height of cut is. I'm mowing mine at 1/2 inch. It needs to be mowed again, but I've been really busy with dumpsters and with doing family stuff. So I do a dumpster business, and that has really eaten up a lot of my time. With the seed washout, all my peat moss just washed away. Where it went, I don't know. But you can see a lot of it right there. See that? A lot of my peat moss just deposited right here from the rain. It went in that drain. So what I need to do is I need to get this peat moss first and foremost away from this section, because if it's not getting sun, it'll kill the grass. A lot of people have asked me what this is. This is a drain. All right. So check this out. See that? This is all peat moss that just got washed down in here. So a lot of people ask what this drain is for. And really what it is I have a culvert that runs underneath my driveway that runs in this direction. And the city didn't want me to, oh, that stinks. The city didn't want me to bury the culvert. I said, well, I'm gonna bury it anyways because I don't want a big hole in the ground in my lawn. So I dug about a 10-foot deep hole, filled it full of gravel, and you can see this thing. This should be pointed down, but there's not enough room for it. So this is a sediment box. It fills up, and then once the level gets to here, it drains down into gravel. About 10 feet by about 6 feet in diameter hole. And it just drains down into the ground. And then if that fills up, then the culvert will take over. All this is wet peat moss. And then this right here, this is a drain line from my gutters on the house. So it just drains right here, and then it just drains down into the earth, into the pit. So this is really just a pit drain. If you guys know, have ever heard of a pit drain, a lot of people have. That's what this is, just a pit drain. And it works very well. But this is only 3 inches. I wish it was 6 because this drain fills up. And when it rains really hard, it fills up and it can't keep up with it. When it rains really hard, this drain just fills up and then the water just runs over the driveway. But that's where the culvert is. So the culvert just runs under the driveway, and then there's a ditch on the other side there. So the water can come and drain right here, and there's a low spot in my lawn right here on purpose. So it drains right there and then just goes out across the way and drains down to the lake. But that's pretty well it. The lawn looks good for only 5.5 weeks. I'm happy with it, but still have several bald spots that need to grow in. I need to put more seed down, do more pre-germination, but we're like at the end of August and it's really cooling off fast here and fall is in the air. So won't be about 2 more weeks I'll have my first frost and then it'll all be over. So I have also started my fertilizer regimen. So I'm putting about a 1/4 pound of nitrogen down about every week or about every 10 days or something. I'm trying to get it to really root and take before winter hits. So if you guys haven't put your seed down and you're trying to grow a lawn this fall, you may be too late, but you probably want to hurry and get on it as soon as possible, unless you're in the deep south where it stays warm basically forever. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.